Welcome to Stompbox. I'm Richard.
And I'm Jamie.
And today we bring you another world exclusive. We've got another brand new prototype pedal from Mooer. It is a pedal which simulates an organ. And what else would you call an organ pedal for your guitar made by Mooer other than a Mooergan? So that's what it is. It's the Mooergan. It is a pedal in the same chassis as all the other Mooer Micro series, and it will be priced in line with them as well, which gives a very affordable option for a organ pedal. There are some other organ pedals on the market
from New York City.
New York City. They are fantastic pedals, but they are at a price point which has put some people off. Organ is an effect which you may use only in one or two songs in a set, so having an affordable alternative is something that is pretty good, for want of a better word. So there we go. Really important that I stress this is a prototype and things may well change between now and production. It sounds pretty good to us, but we have only just got our hands on it. We've got no instruction manual. We've literally just got hold of it, so you're hearing it almost in the same way as if you came in and tried it out in store. We've had no more experience than that, or if we sent it out to you via the internet, and you tried it at home for the first time, that's what you're going to get. There are 3 modes on here. We have no idea what they are other than they are different organs, because if I give you Moore's version of what they are,
it's a little bit difficult to dissect.
It's a little bit, yeah. Maybe if you're a German speaker it might mean more to you. Hauptwerk is the first mode, Rapture and Dreamin' are the 3 modes. So which organs they're trying to replicate we don't know, but we'll give you what they sound like. You then got a dry control for your guitar, so you can blend in guitar sounds and have, what's the word?
A dry sound.
A dry sound, no, but there's another word, isn't there?
Clean.
No, there's another word.
Unaffected.
No, there's another word when you blend two together.
Combined.
No, there's another word I'm looking for. What's the other word I'm looking for?
Mix.
Yeah, there's another word that means mixed. The other word.
How many variations on a theme of mix can you get?
Well, this one's perfect for it. Hybrid. There you go. Like a hybrid. That's the word. A hybrid guitar organ sound. So you've got levels for dry and for organ. You can blend the two to your heart's content to get all those hybrid sounds. You've then got a modulation control, mod it's called, which is the modulation of the organ itself, and it has a greater or lesser effect on the sound depending on which of the organ modes you're in. So without further ado, we're going to plug this in, see what it sounds like, see if we can come up with anything remotely organ-like, and tell us what you think.
Cool, let's give it a go.
Okay, so when people come into the shop to try out those pedals from New York City, organ pedals, there is one organ riff that everyone wants to do. That'll be the one.
Recognise it?
So, what we're going to do, there's the 3 modes as we explained earlier. If you play that, I'll flick through the modes as you're playing. So we're going to start in what is currently referred to as Hauptwerk.
The difficult to dissect one.
We'll go to the middle one, which is Rapture, and then on to Dreaming. But I'll just flick through them as you're playing. So starting here with Hauptwerk. So quite distinctly different
it's cool.
flavours of organ there. But you were playing around with the pedal before we turned the cameras on, so what have you found?
Well, the 3 different settings are quite distinct. We'll go back to the first one and I'll just sort of muck around and play some different riffs. So the first one, the unpronounceable German one, sounds a little something like this. I'll just play like a little funky bass organ riff. Which is quite cool. The middle setting is definitely the sort of beefiest one, so I'll just muck around with the mode setting. I won't change the dry or the organ sound at all or the modulation. Again, you might recognise that riff.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
Lordy, lordy, lordy. And the last setting is definitely good for sort of like the higher up the range sort of sounds. Quite good for the sort of shimmery stuff. And again, if you turn up the modulation on that particular one, you can notice the modulation change, so it gets very sort of fluttery. Even a little bit too much for this set like
Brilliant,
that.
but you could hear the modulation as you were playing earlier, and you can turn the modulation completely off if you want. So I think without any modulation it's a little bit flat. You need some.
You need a little bit of sparkle on there.
Just as a real organ would do.
So yeah, after having a little muck around with it and stuff, it is actually very, very responsive to your playing technique. So if you play some nice soft chords, you can get this sort of sound. And if you proper go for it, like you would on a real organ, you can hear how responsive it is to your playing technique. It's really, really good. The tracking's spot on as well.
Tracking's great. It's polyphonic, and it's also important to remember that there's no MIDI in here. Whatever it sounds like, this is purely a combination of effects. There's octave and there's reverb and God knows what else that they've got inside that combination of effects to create those organ sounds. But it is tracking perfectly. It's not a synthesized sound of your guitar. So it's
really good.
Great sounds that you just can't believe you can get, particularly now at the sort of price point this is going to be. I think it's a phenomenal.
Fits on any pedal board as well.
Can't wait for it to come out. Anything else you wanted to?
Well, we haven't really mucked around with the dry and organ sound, but that's going to be very similar to the settings on a lot of pedals.
What I can do if you want.
Yeah, I can just play.
Try something and I can. So that's taken you from fully dry to fully wet and back again.
Which is a nice little feature to have, obviously, on a pedal like this.
And we got in those hybrid sounds I was referring to
earlier.
So there we go. It is only meant to be a short video. It's a prototype. Hopefully, it certainly won't sound any worse than this. If it changes from what we've shown you today, it's only going to change for the better. We haven't got a release date. We believe it will be some point in the latter half of 2016, but that remains to be seen. We are certainly feeding back that the mode names might want to be
Could do with a
rethought.
little bit of editing, maybe, possibly, the good people at Mooer Pedals.
So hopefully that'll happen. We appreciate not everyone in the world is an English speaker, and maybe this makes more sense to those in other parts of the world than to us. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You've got 3 modes 1, 2 and 3. Let's leave it at that. So as soon as it's ready to ship, we will have it in stock at fxpedal.co.uk. Please join us for more videos. We're going to have full coverage from the NAMM show, and rate, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.